In 1988, Roger Cook made his first appearance on This Old House.
Roger, what's this large guy here? This is a Cornish Kusa. This is a Japanese dogwood, Bob. Perfect, see what I mean?
For over 30 years, Roger's passion for plants and landscaping inspired millions of viewers to reimagine the beauty that was just outside their homes.
We're creating habitat for the animals in the area to come in and nest and feed, and they've got the perfect plants for it.
Roger recently passed away, so we wanted to take some time to remember and celebrate our friend. How about we start at the beginning, which is first impressions of our friend Roger. My first one, which was most memorable, was that scene where I was introduced on Ask, you know, and you guys had that gag of me arriving at the barn. He was the first one.
Yeah.
You're late.
Hey, am I in the right place?
And who are you?
Oh, I'm Kevin O'Connor.
The new guy.
Yeah.
You're late.
Right?
Nobody played the ogre better than him. He was a teddy bear, but he played the ogre.
And even when he was delivering it to me, which he pulled off, I was like, I think he's kidding. I think that guy's kidding. Jen, your first impressions of the big man?
We have plenty of room to put in a
I was very intimidated by him because he was Roger Cook. He was the god of landscape to this country, and he was right there in front of me.
She's going to help us with projects, and we have one we're already working on.
Oh, what's that? What are you guys thinking about doing?
We're actually going to do a vegetable bed for a third grade class.
Making the plans right now. Roger took me under his wings on the show because I just was like, how do you do this? How do you teach with a camera in your face and all this activity and commotion going on? And he just was like, just do what you do when you're implementing a project on your own. I was like, okay. And then he said, and one tip, it's always easier to do with a shovel in your hand.
While the bed's wide open, I want to dig out about 4 inches of material. We'll get...
It's so true. Having a tool in your hand, it just makes you feel like, okay, this feels more normal.
Once we've done that, we'll be ready for the weed barrier.
We grew to be good buddies, and I'll forever thank you, Roger, for letting me in.
He was the quiet sort of sergeant, you know, that made everything happen. He just wanted to do the work, and he stayed late to do it, and he worked hard, and he worked like crazy to prep for the thing that was going to be a 2-minute scene the next day. He did 10 hours the day before.
He took command.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Your first impression, Tommy? How? I mean, that goes way back.
A gentle giant, you know? Somebody that, no frills, just, you know, let's get going. What do you want? Let's get it done. And
If you don't do the right work in the preparation, the next year your patio will start moving all over the place.
Okay.
he didn't want to do anything that wasn't right.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm no landscaper. But I actually know a guy that can help you out.
Take a look at these flowers. This is what we're going to fill your window boxes with today.
I think people gravitated to Roger because they trusted his knowledge.
The other thing I'm going to do is look at the face of the plant. So I want to put the best side or the face out to where we're going to see all those flowers.
His explanations of how to do things was simple but concise.
What we're going to do is punch a bunch of holes in this outside to let sunlight in.
He had a way of saying, well, you know, don't do it that way. This is why. Told you why.
This is the reason you don't use wire to tie the branches up. That's so tight around this branch that it's girdling it. You can see how it's swollen on this side? Yep.
And then he showed you how.
Let me show you the right thing to use on the trees, and that's this plastic 1/2-inch locking tree tie. If you're looking for a visible edging, nothing beats a cobblestone or a brick.
He'd be gruff, but he's the teddy bear.
Now, I have a general rule of thumb. Any branch I'm gonna hit my head on when I'm mowing the lawn gets cut off the tree. How's that?
Okay, makes sense.
Just a super regular guy, and you could tell within the first minute of watching him, he had a big heart. He was a teacher in this field, not just to the audience, certainly to me.
He was very smart. And it's funny because, you know, I see a plant, I have trouble with the English name of it, but he knew the Latin name.
Oh, yeah.
Before, you know.
This is before Google, because he'd say
What did he say? Yeah, what did he say?
Maxiotis Macedocus, right?
Yeah.
Is he real?
Is he real?
And he was.
Over here, we have Hydrangea macrophylla lace cap. This is microbiota, also called Siberian carpet. Plethora alnifolia hummingbird. we have 2 osteospermum. Amylopsis pedunculata. And here, a Phalaenopsis orchid.
He was a walking encyclopedia with plants, and that was one of my favorite things to do with him. We talked Latin names, because that's how I was trained at the nursery, and that's how horticultural people speak to each other in Latin names.
This is called anemone or windflower. We have a plant that the butterflies love, Buddleia. This could be covered with butterflies at some point this summer.
Roger's legacy is he's the man. He's the landscape god. He's the one that if you had a question, you wanted to talk to Roger about it.
Roger never stopped learning. He was tracking soil temperatures and sending stuff off to the labs at the ag schools. He was talking about new cultivars, and he was able to articulate, what was going on in the citrus fruit world.
The second thing you look for is crimped leaves, and that's a sign where the psyllid was feeding, and when it's feeding, it transmits a disease to the tree. Now, the main purpose of a rain garden is to filter the water, and one great thing that helps with this is native wetlands plants. Now, if you look...
I saw something in him whenever he got a chance to do something with a young person. He just became the perfect teacher to the kids.
You like sandboxes? Yeah! Well, that's what we're gonna make today. We're gonna take this area right in front of us, we're gonna dig it out, and we're gonna line it in a wood called cedar.
Because he would lighten up, and he was this huge, massive guy coming into a classroom, and the kids are like, oh my gosh.
Well, I'm here because you all are growing stuff. Look at you, all got seedlings on your desk. What are you growing, Malak?
Sweet peppers.
Sweet peppers, that's great.
He just had this electric vibe with everybody.
He had a soft touch.
Way to go, buddy. Good job. Let's do the lettuce. So we're gonna put down a restoration grass seed mix. In fact, there's a grass in there called tickle grass. I want all you guys to make holes, and I want them about 2 knuckles deep, about 1.5 inches, because we're gonna plant beans. Great. Long soak. That's better.
Oh, okay.
All right? We'll do each of them and then come back and do them again. You do it now. You got it?
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.